All right. Hi, guys. Welcome. Linda here from ITTT back this week with another live session. And it is the first Friday of the new month. So I decided to do a live Q&A. As always, we do live Q&As on the first Friday of the month. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube, but also up here, Instagram again. So welcome everyone on Instagram. Hi, Linda here with ITTT. And today I'm going to be answering your questions about TEFL, TESOL, teaching English abroad, and all of that good stuff. So if that's something that you are interested in, today's your lucky day. You can ask me your questions about ITTT, about TEFL, TESOL, teaching abroad, teaching online, whatever you want to know. And I am keeping my eyes on my laptop and on my phone. And please let me know in the comments, first of all, where are you watching from? So where are you at right now? Where are you? And also, if you can see me and if you can hear me clearly, because usually I use a mic. Today I'm not using the microphone. So I hope that you guys everywhere where you're watching on Facebook and on YouTube that you can see me well. I hope it's all working all right. Let me know. I would really, really, really appreciate that. So let me know. And I hope everything's working well. But hi guys. Just drop in the comments. Let me know if you can see me and hear me and if everything's working well. And where are you right now? Where are you watching from today? Where are you watching from today? What country are you in? What city are you in? Let me know. I would really like to know. I'm very curious. I myself, I'm in South Korea. I've been living in South Korea for 8 years. And I've been an English teacher for a while. And before actually living in South Korea, I also lived in China. So I do have a lot of experience when it comes to teaching English, EFL, TESOL, TEFL in Asia. But of course, working for ITTT, I've also come to learn about all the other regions for teaching TEFL and so on. Okay, I already have some comments here on Instagram. Very cool. Ooh, Toronto, South Africa, Houston, Rio, watching from Turkey. Nice. Okay. And Adil is asking a question. The first question over here on Instagram, so I'm going to answer that real quick. I'll be going to Thailand this month to teach. My wife and I are very excited. Any tips? Oh, great. Well, I think you've already done everything perfectly fine because you got the job. So you went through the whole process already, the interview process and all that. So congratulations, that's amazing. And Thailand is an amazing place. Have you been before, or is this your first time to Thailand? Then you know you're going to have a lot of experiences, a lot of emotions when it's your first time and you go over there. A bit of a culture shock maybe if you've never been there. But Thailand is an amazing country. I've been 3 times now. I've never taught in Thailand. I always went just for vacation, but I could see myself also moving to Thailand and teach there because the locals are so friendly. The country is beautiful. There's so much to see and do. So I really, really, really love Thailand. And any tips for teaching? Is this your first time teaching, or have you been teaching before? But then any tips for just teaching? You know, teaching, I always say that is a process. You know, it doesn't, even though you take a TEFL course and you take the TESOL course and you are kind of prepared in that sense, but nothing prepares you like for the real teaching world. So take it slow, take it easy, and it's just kind of learning by doing, I think. So you're going to learn a lot from that, and just be open-minded and let it happen and experience it. That would be my tip. Adil says, thank you. It's the first time. I'm really excited to experience the diversity. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thailand is amazing. I recommend it to anyone. And then we have another question here on Instagram. I'm having a hard time to find a teaching job. Do you have any advice? Thank you in advance. Okay, do you have a TEFL or TESOL certificate? Because that's usually like the first step to doing that. Getting TEFL, TESOL certified And then actually, if you get TEFL TESOL certified through ITTT, we have lifetime job support. So if you're an ITTT course graduate, you have access to lifetime job support. So you can just email us, courses@tesol-tefl.com. That's our email address for all of that. And you have access to that. So we have a whole job support team, and they will help you with your job search depending on where you want to go, and also your background, your personal portfolio, your resume. Based on all of that, your skills and all that, we will help you find a job. So just email us, and then you should have actually received, when you graduate from your TEFL course, you will receive like a graduation bundle with a lot of information and useful links. So use that, and also email us, and then you'll have all the support there. And then we have a question here on Facebook. Let me just pull that up from Jing. Hi, Jing. How are you doing? Jing says, hi, hello. Finally just enrolled in the 120 hours course in ITTT just 4 days ago from the Philippines. Yay! Congratulations. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I hope you used our 30% off link. I hope, Jing. I know you've been watching before our live sessions. We do have 30% off links for our live viewers. So I hope you used that one. But if not, that's fine. You can use it next time for the follow-up course or the specialized course, right? Cool. Okay. If anyone here on Facebook, not on Facebook, on Instagram, are interested in taking a TEFL or TESOL course from ITTT, let me know, and I can send you a special 30% off discount link that we only share during our live sessions. So let me know, and I will send you that. Just maybe send me a DM. Send me a DM to our TEFL account, and then I'll send that to you. Yeah, so I do have some slides, but today, oh yeah, Jing says, yes, I used the 30% off. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. That's amazing. Perfect. Glad to hear it. And Jing, have you already started with the course then? How is it going? How do you like it? Let me know. I'm always curious. Oops. Let's see. I want to find a good layout. No. Yeah, let's just keep it like that. All right, guys. Also here on Instagram, live Q&A. Ask me your questions about TEFL, TESOL, teaching English abroad, teaching English online, all of that good stuff. Like I said, it is the first Friday of a new month, which is our live Q&A time on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed with all the action going on, but I hope it's all right. Maybe we should split it up next time. Split it up and only do Instagram and then only do this. But why not? Why not? Why not have everybody join? So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And maybe just a quick introduction about me if you're watching this for the first time. And I'm just going to show you this slide. So my name is Linda. I'm a language teacher. I'm a travel writer, content creator, social media, marketer. I'm many different things. And my personal account is at Linda Goes East. Linda Goes East because I've been super interested in Asia. I love living in Asia. I've been living in Asia pretty much for 10 years. I started out living in China, and now I live in South Korea. Hi, everyone. Hi, Benhard from Indonesia. Cool. So I've been living in South Korea for 8 years, and I've been a language teacher there. So if you're interested in moving maybe to Korea or China or a different Asian country for teaching, check out lindagoeseast.com. That's my personal website where I share a lot of that kind of content. I'm originally from Germany / the US. My mom is German. My dad is American. And yeah, I'm based in South Korea now. And then a little bit about ITTT if you're new and you have no idea what ITTT is, what we do, etc. So ITTT stands for International TEFL and TESOL Training. And yeah, we are a leading TEFL and TESOL course provider worldwide. And TEFL, I'm going to pull it up in a minute, but basically TEFL and TESOL is for teaching English as a foreign language, teaching English to speakers of other languages. So if you want to be an English teacher abroad or online, or maybe also in your own country, this course will help you do that, basically. And our website is teflcourse.net, teflcourse.net. So that's a bit of our intro. And then, yeah, we do have, let me pull this up as well. This is what Jing mentioned. We do have a 30% off discount code for anyone who's interested in TEFL and TESOL and wants to take the course. So I'm going to share that here on Facebook and Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. And then if you also want to get that code, the 30% off code, let me know. Send me a DM or raise your hand, and then I'm going to take a screenshot of your name and I'm going to send it to you later. Let's do that. So let me know, but where is it? Where is it? Here. Dropping the link now for you guys in the comments. Where is it? Here. On Facebook and YouTube. All right. So this is it. This is the link. There you go. Cool. Yeah, and then I want to talk a little bit about the difference between TEFL and TESOL, but we have a question here from Ben Hart, so I'm going to answer that. May I know what country can I apply to teach abroad after I finish my TEFL course for a non-native English teacher from Indonesia? Yeah, so this is something actually I did a live a couple weeks ago about this topic, best countries to teach in for non-native English teachers. So do check that out. And I can pull that up real quick here. Is that it? Yes, best countries for non-native English teachers. So there are some countries, unfortunately, that actually have, usually it's visa regulations tied to the work visa or the English teaching visa that kind of excludes some countries. So some countries around the world, they only want English teachers from 7 countries, and usually those countries are Canada, the United States, Ireland, the UK, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. So those 7 countries are generally considered native English speaker countries, basically. However, not every country in the world or every country that hires EFL teachers is like that or has this regulation. So there are some countries where you can find positions as a non-native English teacher, and usually those are in Asia, in Asian countries, specifically Southeast Asia, and South America is also good, and also Africa. So in Asia, specifically countries that hire non-native English teachers with the right credentials, so usually they are looking for a degree, they are looking for a TEFL and a TESOL certificate. And also for non-native English speakers, if you have a English proficiency test, so a TOEIC, TEFL, IELTS, Cambridge certificate, those kinds of certificates, they will also help you do that. So Thailand is one of them. Cambodia is another one that's really good. Laos is another one. But also, for example, Japan actually also hires non-native English teachers. And Japan is very unique in that aspect because all the other countries, Korea and China, the big ones in East Asia, they don't hire non-native English teachers. You have to be from one of those 7 countries. But Japan actually does not have that regulation. So if you have all the other credentials and you're a really good teacher, you speak English really, really well, you have a high level of English, but you're not from one of those 7 countries, it doesn't matter. You can still find a job in in Japan. For South America, other good places include, for example, Argentina, Chile, Costa Rica. Pretty much everywhere in Latin America, they're not very strict when it comes to being a native English speaker, non-native English speaker. So South America is really good. And then the other option is Africa. But in Africa, a lot of African countries, they do either not pay, so it's only volunteering, most of the time, just volunteer positions. But hey, if you're looking for a cool experience, you're looking for, something meaningful to do and to gain experience maybe before you move to a different country to then earn money from teaching and volunteer teaching in Africa can be also a really good thing. So these are the options. Also, actually, Europe is tricky for non-native English speakers. However, some countries that are a little bit more lenient are Spain, Czechia, and also Turkey. So those 3 countries you can find positions also as a non-native English speaker. So great question. Thank you so much for that. So those places are good for non-native English speakers. So I highly encourage you, because I did a live session about teaching English as a non-native English speaker a couple of weeks ago. So what you can do is go to Facebook, go to YouTube, and we have a playlist there of all of our previous live sessions, and we really covered everything already under the sun, and you can find that there and get more information and details about it. Great. Cool. And then, yeah, I pulled this up already here on Facebook and on YouTube, but just talking a little bit about the difference between TEFL and TESOL, because this usually comes up quite a lot. So TEFL literally stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language, and TESOL stands for Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. So because we get this question quite a lot, oh, should I take a TEFL course or a TESOL course? Well, TEFL and TESOL is actually the same. The training is the same. All the units are the same. So it really doesn't matter. It's just what matters is what you prefer. Do you prefer the term TEFL? Do you prefer the term TESOL? And here the difference is basically that the term TEFL is most commonly used in the UK and in Europe. People call it TEFL. Whereas in the US, Australia, Canada, they call it TESOL. TESOL. So that's the difference, really, just a geographic location where you're at, where they might call it a different name. But the units in the course are the same, whether it's a TEFL course or a TESOL course, it's the same. And at ITTT, you can actually choose if you want your certificate to say TEFL or TESOL on it. You can choose that. And then Benhard here on Instagram has another question. So let me read that out loud so we can all hear it. What is the standard TEFL course should I take to be eligible to teach around Asia or South America? Yeah, great question. So the standard TEFL course, and I do have a slide here for our viewers on Instagram, on Facebook and YouTube. So let me just pull that up for a second. But yeah, so the basic standard course, here it is the 120-hour TEFL certificate course. That's the standard one. You want to have over 100 hours of training. So that's why you see a lot of things or ads and posts about 120 hours, because that's the international standard, the minimum that you want to have. So 120 hours. And at ITTT, this course is 100% online. It is 20 units, and you have up to 6 months to complete this course. And you can study at your own pace from home, from wherever you are in the world. So that's really great. And I also took this course. This is how I found out about ITTT, through this course back in 2014. So almost 10 years ago. Okay, 9 years ago, I found out about this. I did my Google thing. I searched for TEFL course, and I found ITTT, and I really liked what I saw. I liked the reviews. I liked everything. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this TEFL course. Why not? I can do this from home. I was working full time at the time already, and so I didn't have the time, and I was living in China, so the time zone and whatnot, I didn't have the time to go to an actual training center, and actual training centers are more expensive. So I decided to take this course because I could work through the units whenever I wanted. And so every week I did a couple of units, and then it ended up taking about 3 to 4 months for me to complete the whole course. But you have up to 6 months. But if you need to do it quicker, you can also do it quicker. So technically, you could actually finish this course in 10 days, technically. If you do 2 units a day, you can finish it in 10 days, but it's not recommended. Like, just take your time, work through the units, really internalize the material. And yeah, at the end, you get an embossed hard copy certificate straight to your door, delivered wherever you are in the world. So, and it's recognized, accredited all over the world. I never had a problem. I lived in China, in Korea, never had an issue with that. And here are some questions. So Bernard's saying, no, Pipe Mac is saying, what place is better to do a TEFL course? So yeah, you can do a TEFL course online, really from the comfort of your own home, online, working on your laptop, like what I did, and what many people do. The majority of people are doing an online TEFL course because nowadays it is just as recognized as the in-class course that you do over 4 weeks. Okay, so these are the two options. There's a 4-week in-class course that you can do at different training centers all around the world. And if you go to TEFLcourse.net, you see all the available training centers there. So we have a training center literally like in every corner of the world. You can choose. Hi, Crystalline over on YouTube. Hi, how are you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, 4-week in-class course. Those courses usually are like 1,500 per course, so quite expensive. And that's why also a lot of people just take an online course. And like I said, at the end of the day, the certificate you get is the same. The certificate you get is the same. The only difference between an online course and a in-class course is the teaching practice that you get. When you do an in-class course, you do get a lot of practical training. Of course, you're teaching actual students. With an online course, you're not really getting that, right? But like I said in the beginning, we had a question about, tips for teaching and stuff, first-time teachers. And I'm also like a learning by doing kind of person. So you really need to just step into the classroom and take all the theoretical things that you've learned, all the teaching methodologies, the techniques, all the activities that you now know, and the lesson planning skills that you have. You just have to take that and then just teach and learn through that. That's how most people do it. Okay, and then Benhart says, how much does it cost if I want to take the basic standard TEFL course with tutor support? Yeah, absolutely. So I actually have this up here on YouTube and on Facebook, so you can see the slide here. But I'm just reading this. The regular price, how it is on the website, is $249 US. However, during our live sessions down here on Facebook and YouTube, and also for you guys, we do have a 30% off discount code, and then it ends up only costing you $174 US. $174 US for this certificate that then allows you to go abroad to teach English abroad, or also online if you want. So yeah, 174. And if you want the discount code, I don't think you can share links in an Instagram live, can you? So that's kind of the problem. If you want the discount link, 30% off TEFL or TESOL course, Benhart, I'm going to send you a DM. I'm just going to take a screenshot so I remember your name. And then I'll send you a screenshot. I'll send you the link via DM after the live, okay? And if anybody also wants the link, just let me know. Say like me, or I want the link please. I don't know, something in the comments, and then I'll send it to you. All right. So yeah, 174 US. Okay, Pipe Max says, is it mandatory to present an IELTS exam or to have an IELTS certificate to do the TEFL course? No. So the only requirement for the TEFL course, and I'm just going to go back to slide 1. 1 second. The only requirement to take, okay, I'm going to take another screenshot. Okay, Pipe Mac, I'm going to send you the link as well. So the only requirement to take a TEFL course from ITTT is to be over 18 years old and to be a fluent English speaker so that you understand the units and the course content. You don't have to present any English proficiency things, anything like that. You don't have to show us that. So, yeah, that's pretty great. As long as you understand, if you read like on our website, and I think you also can have a sample unit. There's a sample unit of the course that you can look at. As long as you understand that, then you're good. You're fine. We actually have a lot of non-native English speakers who take the course. I think it's pretty much split 50-50 between native English speakers and non-native English speakers who take our course. So, and they don't really have issues. So as long as you're fluent in English, which you should be if you want to be an English teacher anyway, so then it should be no problem. So yeah, it's pretty quiet today over here on Facebook and YouTube, guys. Are you still there? Ask me your questions. I'm only answering Instagram people right now, but that's fine. But I'm here for everybody. All right, cool. But it's cool. I enjoy also seeing some people here over on Instagram. So very nice. Very cool. So ask me your questions. It's TEFL and TESOL Q&A time. If you want to teach English abroad, online, whatever it is, you can ask me your questions. Crystalline, you deleted yours. You deleted your question? Why? Ask me your question, Crystalline. Ask me your questions. We can also talk about anything else. I've been living in South Korea for 8 years. So if you're interested particularly in maybe teaching English in South Korea, ask me your questions. So that's also all right. I know a lot about that. All right, Donna over on Instagram is asking, I've seen many schools in China stating a requirement for ESL teachers that they should be from Canada, UK, USA, Australia. Can Caribbean native speakers get legit jobs there too? Thank you. Yeah, so the problem, pin comment, what can I do? No, I can't really pull this comment up. Anyway, so China, when I was teaching English in China, this was 9 years ago. Okay, a long time ago. I'm getting old. But anyway, 9 years ago when I was in China, they did not have this requirement. So at that time, you saw a lot of people from really everywhere in the world come to China to teach English. However, after a couple of years, they changed that. Also in South Korea, it's the same. I talked about this in the beginning, but this is for visa purposes, for work visa. So for China, if you want to teach English in China, you get a Z visa. And this one, if you want to be an English teacher, you need to be from one of 7 English-speaking countries. And that's, all of those that you said: Canada, UK, USA, Australia, also Ireland, and New Zealand, and South Africa. And so you can only get an English teaching job if you're from one of those countries. However, there are... it sometimes depends also on the city and the region in China. And so some more rural areas, and keep in mind, China is huge, and rural doesn't actually mean rural. These are still huge cities, right? I lived in a city that had a couple million people, and it's called Changsha, and nobody really knows it. So there are a lot of really big cities in China that are considered countryside because they're small, but compared to US standards or like European standards, those are huge cities. So if you go to a place like this, they, because a lot of English teachers, they want to go to Beijing, they want to go to Shanghai, Guangzhou, like the cool cities. And then there's a lot of competition there. And so there, they typically only want people from these native English speaking countries. But if you go to a place like that's more unknown, not rural, but like a smaller city, more unknown city, then you can still find a job there, and the regulations can be different. So if you're willing to be flexible and you are open to going to a smaller city, then it is possible. if that makes sense. All right, and Crystaline on YouTube has a question. What are the differences for teaching English in China, Japan, and South Korea? Okay, so I have never taught English in Japan. I taught English in China and Korea, but I know some people who have been teaching in Japan, who are in Japan, who were teaching in Japan. And so there are some differences, a little bit of differences. So China and Korea are the two countries where you need to be a native English speaker from one of those 7 countries that I mentioned. That's what they want to get the visa, right? What we just talked about. Japan does not have this requirement. So even if you are a non-native English speaker with the right credentials, you can find a job teaching English in Japan. So that's really great if you want to go to East Asia, but you're a non-native English speaker. So there are a lot of other people from other countries as well. So maybe Donna here on Instagram, maybe Japan would be an alternative if China doesn't work out. And then also they are similar in the sense that East Asia puts great emphasis, high emphasis on English education. So parents are sending their kids to lots of private schools, lots of tutors. So there are a lot of opportunities. Even I've been living in Korea now for 8 years, and also in China, I always get asked, oh, can you like tutor my kid? Can you tutor my kid? Or can you come to our school once a week? There's a lot of opportunity. You get like even talked to on the street. If somebody sees you and they think you're an English teacher, they will talk to you and ask you to teach their kid or something. So there's a lot of opportunity there. Differences also the same. You will teach a lot of children in all of these 3 countries. Okay, China, Japan, Korea, a lot of children. Some business English and adults, but mostly children. You will teach mostly children. It's really more similar than different, I think. However, like living in these 3 countries is more different than like teaching, I believe. So, and South Korea has a very strict like work culture. They put very high emphasis on hierarchy. So your boss, but usually because they hire foreigners, they are not that strict to foreigners, but you will feel that in the work environment. So it can be quite interesting. And also sometimes they're not very direct. So for example, if one person in the team, one teacher does something they're not supposed to, for example, like they show up late or something like that, I don't know, then they would not talk to that one person directly. They would announce this to the whole team, like not calling somebody out, but like, okay, we all really need to be on time, but not like, hey Linda, can I talk to you for a second? Hey, please make sure you're on time. No, they just kind of put this on everybody, which is interesting, an interesting concept. But anyway, so that's kind of the difference. And then we have a question from Ben Hart on Instagram again. So do we get support in order to get a TEFL job abroad after we finish the TEFL course, TESOL course from ITTT? Yes. So we have lifetime job support. Lifetime job support at ITTT. That means when you complete your course, you first of all get a whole bunch of information sent your way, a whole like graduate package full of information and access to jobs, to an intranet of job offers. So these are unadvertised jobs that you don't see anywhere else, because we partner with a lot of recruiters. We partner with a lot of schools all around the world who hire specifically course graduates. I get emails every day from schools, recruiters from around the world asking me, hey, do you have certified teachers? We need them. We need them. We want them. So you have access to that. And then if that's still not enough, you can also have one-on-one consultations with people from ITTT who will help you find an English teaching job as well. And this is lifetime. It does not expire. So you're in good hands. You're in good hands. All right. And then Courage here on YouTube has a question. Hi, Kieran, that's a nice name. Hi. Courage is asking, is there too much emphasis on being a native English speaker? Where? In general, in the EFL field or in a specific country? Where exactly? I can say in the EFL world, unfortunately, still there is emphasis on being a native English speaker, but it kind of also depends on the country. So there are some countries who are more strict when it comes to being a native English speaker, and some countries who don't really care. They just look at your credentials, not just, oh, you have a passport from America? Okay, come on in. It's not like that everywhere. And then Yassine. Hi, Yassine. I'm a non-native English speaker and I took your course back in 2020 and it was definitely worth it. I moved to Vietnam. It's been a year now and I'm moving to China next month. I just got my Z visa. The course helped much. Oh, see. Awesome. That's amazing. Okay. Where in China are you moving to? Where? Because we just talked about that a few minutes ago, that non-native English teachers kind of have a little bit of a hard time going to China. But if you go like not to Beijing or Shanghai, if you go to a smaller city in China, you have better chances. So I'm curious to see, Yassine, where you're moving to in China. But congratulations. I love it. I love it. Love to see it. Donna, yep. Awesome. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right. Yep. So for everybody who just tuned in a little late, we are 36 minutes in now in our live. I'm going to go maybe 10 minutes more. We'll see. Depends on how many questions you guys have. But we are live down here on my laptop on Facebook and YouTube and up here on Instagram. So if I'm not looking at the camera wherever, it's because of that. I have my phone and my laptop. I need to find like a better setup, or maybe, I don't know if there's like an online program that allows me to go live on all three platforms at the same time with just one camera. That'd be great. But anyway, for now, this will do. Thank you all so much for asking all of your questions, and I hope it's helpful. Again, I can only speak from my own personal experience and my experience working with ITTT and all the people I've spoken with and all our course graduates, right? It's always best to do as much research as possible. So watch, like, if you want to go to Japan, search for blogs from people who teach in Japan, search for YouTubers, I don't know, TikTokers. There's so much out there where you can get firsthand experience, because also sometimes things can change a lot. Also, official resources like the embassy is always a good resource as well. But we try our best to be the most up-to-date, of course, in providing that stuff. So Amitava is here. Hi, Amitava. I'm doing great. How about you, Amitava? Encourage says, I would like to complete the course and teach in Colombia. Yeah. Cool. Colombia, if it's Colombia in Latin America, the country, then it's one of the best places right now to go to teach. They have a very booming EFL English teaching market. It's an emerging market. So the demand for English teachers in Colombia is very, very high. So if you're interested in Colombia, Latin America, that's a great place to go. And then we have a question on Instagram from Adjust the Eye. Are you familiar with what the EFL industry is like in Germany, specifically Hamburg? Okay. So I'm from Germany, born and raised in Germany. My mom is German. My dad's American. I have two passports. That's kind of also a good thing, because if I didn't have my American passport, I would also be excluded from a lot of jobs, even though I am an English native speaker. So that's kind of how crazy some of these regulations are, and they just sometimes don't make sense. Anyway, so I actually went to a couple different language schools in Germany as a student to get language training. I did different foreign languages, and also majored in like translation, English to German and German to English and things like that. So I am a little bit familiar with the EFL industry in Germany and just German job and bureaucracy in general. So it is quite strict. There's a lot of like stereotypes about Germany being very strict and bureaucratic, and it's true. Unfortunately, it's very true. So generally, and this is not only for Germany, but a lot of countries in Europe, they prefer hiring people who already who are allowed to work already in Germany, so they don't have to worry about any visa stuff. But there are also some companies who don't, and they help and they provide like help with visa sponsorship. But definitely German people learn a lot of foreign languages, also especially English. So there are a lot of language schools in Germany that hire all of the people. Like at my schools, big ones are like in Lingua, places like that, where I also was a student at. They only hired native English speakers from those specific countries. So we had a lot of American teachers, British, Irish. We also had Australian, I believe. So, but more European teachers, because it's just easier for them to come to Germany. So it is a little bit tricky. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a bit tricky. That's why the hot spots for teaching English abroad are Asia, Latin America, the Middle East, because they really help you with visa sponsorship. They hire a lot of teachers from abroad. So, but it's not impossible. Like I said, it's not impossible. Okay, Darian says, what about Peru? Okay, yeah, Latin America is great. Also Peru, great country to be an English teacher at. I have not taught there. I've never actually been there. However, from my work in this industry, that's what I've learned. I've spoken to many people, and Peru, Latin America is a great destination. However, what do you need to know about Latin America and being an English teacher there? You're not going to make a lot of money in this region. Salaries tend to be lower. However, the cost of living is also lower, okay? But if you're really in it for the money, you want to make the most money, you want to be able to save, you want to be able to send money home, you want to be able to travel everywhere, Latin America might not be the best region to go to. So typically, again, Asia, the Middle East actually has the highest TEFL teaching salaries in the world. Middle East and many countries in the Middle East have tax-free salaries, so you don't even pay any tax on it. So, yeah. Okay, Yassine says, I'm moving to a city called Qinhuangdao. Okay, it's not a huge city, but still quite big, and it has everything you need to live comfortably, and it's only around an hour far from both Tianjin and Beijing by train. Amazing. See? It's in Hebei, but isn't she talking about Deutschland? Yeah, I was talking about Germany, but I talked to Yassine before, and yes, I asked Yassine what city he was moving to, because we talked about China being getting more tricky to get into for non-native English teachers or people who don't have a passport from these English-speaking countries. So I was wondering where Yassine was moving to, because I heard that smaller cities tend to still hire non-native English teachers, and you got your Z visa, so it's all legal and all good. So yeah, as you can see, if you're okay with not being in Beijing, in Shanghai, in Guangzhou, then you can still go to China. And Qinhuangdao sounds really good, and it's an hour from Beijing, so that's amazing. I'm jealous. I want to go. Okay, again, 120-hour course in Morocco. Okay, what does that mean? You want to take the course in Morocco? Is that a question? TEFL course in Morocco, please. So you can actually take your TEFL course anywhere in the world online. Our 120-hour course is 100% online, self-study, self-paced. You can study in Morocco as well. We don't have an in-class center in Morocco. We have one in Egypt. I think that might be the closest one. Or in Spain, then, if you can go over there. We have in-class training centers in Spain, in Egypt, and different other places on every continent, pretty much. But I think not in Morocco right now. But yeah, an online TEFL course, again, is just as recognized as an in-class TEFL course. Especially now, even more so after COVID, when everything was online and everybody did online courses. So you really don't need to worry about that. Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? Great. We're doing a TEFL TESOL live Q&A. So if you're interested in teaching English abroad, teaching online, whatever it is. Yeah, because there is one in Morocco. There might be one, but not ITTT, if I'm correct. I could check the website, but I don't think we have an in-class center in Morocco right now. I might be wrong. We add new destinations all the time, but let me see. I don't think we have Morocco, to be honest. So there might be one, but not, yeah, we don't have Morocco. There might be one, but not ITTT. All right. Cool. All right. Very nice. Very nice. We're still taking questions. Oh, okay. We're 45 minutes in. I'm going to start taking the final questions. So if you just joined and you really have a question about TEFL TESOL, also down here, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Oh my God, I'm getting so confused. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you have a question, let me know. Okay, Darian is asking, with TEFL and TESOL, could I teach abroad? I'm from Peru, but I have double nationality. Okay. Well, absolutely. I'm from Peru, but I have double nationality in Spain. Yeah, so you could find English teaching position in Europe because you have an EU passport. It would be easier to get a job. And then, yeah, also Asia. You could find a teaching job in Asia for sure. Latin America, if you want to stay in Latin America. Yeah, having two passports is always a good idea, or a good thing. If you're, lucky, if you have that, gives you more opportunities. But yeah, absolutely possible. All right, and you say type ITT Morocco. Well, we are ITTT, so maybe that's why we're not ITT. We're ITTT, 3 T's. And I just checked our website. So if you go to teflcourse.net, that's our website. There's no Morocco on it. All right. All right. Courage is asking here on YouTube. Courage, what advice do you have for us on how to navigate this career path and be successful? Okay. Ooh, that's a big question, right? And the thing is also, everybody's teaching abroad and TEFL TESOL journey is different, right? Everybody's experience will be different. So my experience might be different to your experience, might be different to your friend's experience, right? I would just say, be patient. Sometimes finding that perfect job offer, the perfect teaching job takes time. Don't just take the first job offer that they offer you. Really think about it. But of course, if you have a good feeling about it and you really, this is it, you can take the first one. Listen to your gut. But yeah, keep your options open. Don't rush it. It's a big process. It's an important process. So don't rush it. Really take your time with it. And that's why you guys are here, right? And getting all that information, as much information as you can. So that's really great because it's a big decision. So do not rush it. Do as much research as you can, which you are doing because you're watching this. So like I said, if there's a specific place you want to go to, listen to YouTubers who are there, listen to TikTokers who are there, what their experience is like. And also, if they are having a horrible experience, that's their experience. Your experience also might be different. So, yeah, and then just do it. I always get a lot of people telling me like, oh my God, like you're living abroad. And I also travel solo a lot, oh my God, how are you doing that? Like I could never. You can. You just have to do it, I have a lot of people, especially like with solo travel and this kind of stuff. Some friends are like, oh my God, I really want to do that. I really want to do it. You just need to book a ticket and do it. And with TEFL TESOL, it's the same. You just need to sign up for the course and do it. You know what I mean? So it's really that easy. You just have to take like the first step. A lot of people, they're always like, oh, I really want to do this one day. If the timing isn't right now, okay, great. But like, if you keep doing this, you're never going to get there. So that's also my advice. Be patient, do your research, and also just do it. Just do it. Just go with the flow. Just do it. If you don't try it, you never know. And everybody's experience might be different. Maybe that's my best advice. I don't know if that makes sense. All right. And then Talita says, hi, need a TESOL refresher course. Do you offer a TESOL refresher course. I believe so. So if you've taken one, you could just do the 60-hour introductory course as a refresher. That would be a good refresher. Other than that, you could just retake the course, you know. I think we don't have like a refresher course per se, but what you could also do, take one of the specialized courses. So we have teaching English to young learners, teaching business English, teaching English online, and they kind of also cover the regular TEFL TESOL stuff, but then also you have something new and specialized in that field. So maybe that would be something. All right, good. I hope that answered all your questions. Again, if you want that 30% off discount code here on Instagram, if you want it, leave a comment right now and say, I want it. And then I'm going to take a screenshot of your Instagram name and I'm going to send it to you. If you want 30% off TEFL TESOL courses, any course from ITTT, just leave a comment right now on Instagram and then I'll send it to you. And here on Facebook and YouTube, I shared it in the comments so you can find it. And that will get you 30% off any TEFL or TESOL course from ITTT, also the specialized ones. And then I think we're going to turn it off. We're going to sign off now. Thank you guys so much for your questions. Courage, Crystalline, Amitava, Kieran, everybody who was here, Jean, and then you guys. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot here. So then I'll send it to you. All right. And then, yeah, thank you guys so much for your questions also over here on Instagram. And I'm going to take a screenshot of your name as well. I'm going to send it to you. The TESOL certification is from ITTT. All right, guys, and then I'm going to see you on Facebook and on YouTube again next week with another topic. And on Instagram, probably next month again for the same TEFL TESOL Q&A. If you want to see more live content, head over to our Facebook page and YouTube. You can search ITTT. You can find that stuff there, and you can watch more. But that will be it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining and asking all of your questions. It was really, really awesome. And then I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Gonna end it here. Thank you guys. Oh, let me turn this off as well. Oh my God, there's so much going on. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. I need to turn everything off. Bye. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.